Everyone, this is Elias from RevMatch Media, and today we're going to be taking a look at the 2025 Honda Pilot TrailSport. Now, we're going to discuss why this needs to be your next adventure SUV. Well, let's go ahead and get started. Now, before we get started, I do want to let you know I've already done kind of a walk around for the Honda Pilot TrailSport, so I'll be adding that link above so you can watch that and yeah, just kind of see all the little things, the details that I liked throughout, the whole vehicle. But for this, I wanted to explain why this is such a great adventure vehicle. First of all is the color, the diffuse sky blue pearl. Yeah, so it's not really needed in the off-road world to look good, but the fact that this does, and it has a beautiful color, and it looks even better when it's dirty, yeah, that's definitely a plus. So it's just a awesome looking color. And yeah, we have some great styling features as well. We do get, with the TrailSport, we do get, as far as technical things, we get a little bit of a lift. So we do get a 1-inch lift on this. So our clearance is a little bit better than the standard. Maybe still not the best. There are some off-roading lifts available in the aftermarket world, which thankfully there are. And yeah, I've seen these a little bit lifted and it's just so perfect. It really is. So just give it that little oomph. And we do have, as far as technology goes, we do have a front-facing camera with its own jet cleaner here, which has been incredible. I love this camera system that Honda has implemented. I just wish everything else had it. Yes, as far as SUVs go, for the 360-degree system. It's good. You can see your front tires. So I love the fact that we have that camera system. It just works so damn good. And yeah, like I said, it looks good. I want to go to the next point, which is what's under this hood. So let's go ahead and check it out. Now, powering you through those fun trails and adventures, we have the 3.5 liter V6 cranking out 285 horsepower and 262 pound-feet of torque. It is connected to the 10-speed auto and then to the IVTM all-wheel drive system. Now, we have a V6, yes, not a V8, but we have still a good amount of power. And we don't have to deal with turbos. We don't have to deal with lag. We don't have to deal with maybe added maintenance down the line. It is just an old school, naturally aspirated V6 that really accelerates well. Yeah, it's linear in power. It's instant in power as well. So yeah, it's good. I like the power delivery of this. It sounds pretty good as well. It's not too bad. Yes, it's not a roaring V8, but let me just say that this is a great power plant. Love it because we haven't had any issues with getting the power down or getting power out of it, really, to go through trails, things like that. The only thing is that it's thirsty. Yeah, it's a bit of a thirsty V6, but that's kind of what you get when you are dealing with naturally aspirated, that a turbo isn't there to help out with additional power, or a hybrid system, which a hybrid system would probably be what I would want in this. Just very similar to how we had the CR-V. Maybe in the wheel well, I don't know if I'd sacrifice a spare tire for the hybrid. But yeah, I am really impressed with this power plant. It's been a blast to drive and it just gets the job done. Let's go ahead and take a look at those wheels and tires. We get down to the wheel and tire package, and because we have the TrailSport, we're going to get this unique 18-inch wheel, and it is wrapped in the 265/60 Continental Terrain Contact all-terrain tire. Yeah, so first of all, yes, it's dirty. Second of all, yeah, it's beefy. It's got some really thick spokes on it, which gives it that really aggressive look to it. And speaking about aggressive, the tires. So one thing I did notice is we do get kind of a lip on here on the tire itself to protect you from curbing in case you're urban crawling. You don't hit the curbs, or if you do, the tire is going to get a little bit of it, and it's going to get a lot of it actually, because we have a good size sidewall here. So yeah, it's going to be protecting against, you know, terrain that you may want to go through. It is a really aggressive tire too for your typical off-roading factory vehicle. And it was smooth though. That's the great thing about it, is that it's kind of a Jekyll and Hyde in the sense that, you know, you can be nice and calm on the everyday road, but you take it out on trails and it's going to grab. And that's what, I mean, that's kind of what the whole TrailSport package is all about. But these wheels and tires have just been spectacular. Brakes are fine. You know, they get this big guy stopped. Suspension, we do have that 1-inch lift, which is nice. Like I said, I would like a little bit more because that kind of hangs a little on the low side. Just having that additional clearance would be nice. But again, from factory, you can only do kind of so much. But the ride quality is spectacular. You know, this thing eats up any paved roads, unpaved roads, trails with comfort. It really is spectacular. Love the way that this is set up. I wanted to show you the side profile so you can see the additional 1-inch clearance that you get when you get the TrailSport over the standard Honda Pilot. Now, the other thing as well is we do have some underbody protection. We have some skid plates for the engine and for the gas tank as well. Again, the whole thing about this is being able to have fun but safely doing it, and being able to take this guy home, be able to get home. And again, the other thing I want to mention is the iVTM4, which is spectacular. And I want to show kind of this side profile is because the way that it works and it distributes the power. So you have the little meter on the dash, and just kind of seeing its behavior, what you're going to be seeing probably 90% of the time that you are just kind of driving it in everyday roads, the front are going to be active. So those are going to be, you know, rotating, getting the car going. When you are under heavier acceleration, the back is going to kick in, which is what you would expect in all-wheel drive. But the crazy thing about this is when you are turning, if I'm going to make a right-hand turn, the left wheels are going to actually accelerate more, and the right wheels are going to decelerate. Not actually decelerate, but not accelerate as much. And that's going to get the vehicle rotated. It's crazy. This thing is spectacular. The way that it works, the way that it behaves, the way that you don't really feel anything, you just feel that it's in the sense of like, you don't feel a clunkiness or anything like that. It just feels better. It feels active. That's the big key word with this iVTM, is that it's an active system. So it takes a look at your steering input and sensors and all this other stuff, but it gives you kind of an old school power down to the ground feel. It's so good. I can't speak highly enough of this system. It is spectacular. So yeah. Oh yeah, and that blue looks a little nice, you know. The other thing, we do get roof rails, which is nice in case you need extra cargo, because you loaded everyone up in here and you need to load up all their stuff up there. But oh, and not even the aftermarket, but just the Honda accessory lines for this is nuts. There's so many awesome things that you can add to this. It is a blast. Yeah, I kind of want one. Now, the next thing I want to discuss is storage, because when you're out on adventures, you want to make sure that you have enough space for all your things. And let's just say I do have space for all my things. As you can see here, I have all my things in here. Yeah, you're wondering, what's that yellow thing? Don't worry. I can tell you that everything that I usually use to shoot is in here. And that's because we have this little hidden compartment where I have all my expensive gear all tucked away in here. And yeah, this is what I love about the Pilot. We have so much storage options here. And not to worry though, because we still have a spare tire. Yes, we do have access to drop the spare tire, which I'll show you right down here. We have a full-size spare right in there. But going back to storage, yeah, we have that. We can also put the things up there. We can also bring these down for additional storage. The only thing is, yeah, it's kind of with two hands, you kind of, or just pull there. But then I just kind of messed up because I can no longer grab it. I can no longer grab the cord or this to bring it back up. So that's kind of the only thing that kind of sucks. So you have to kind of remember to do one of those, but then it just pulls it in. And either way though, you have a ton of space. One thing that I really love about this is it is reversible. So when you get all your muddy stuff, all the muddy shoes, but you still got to put them in, or all the dirty clothes from sports or gear, you can put it on this, and it is a hard plastic. It's not the soft cloth that you get there, to make sure you keep things clean. Yeah, I love the amount of space we get in this. So let's go ahead and take a look at, speaking of clean, leaving things clean, there's another great little thing about this. And when things get dirty, thankfully we have these floor mats, these rubber floor mats, to make sure we have the actual car clean. And I love them. I love the TrailSport that we get there. They just look really good. They can definitely take a beating, as you can see. These were like brand new. So all you got to do is hose them down and you're set. So you get them there, and you also get them in the back, which is really awesome to make sure when you're out on those adventures, you keep things nice and clean. The other thing I love about as well is we get this plastic, hard plastic platform when you want to get in and out of the third row. And if your shoes are dirty, yeah, you just step on that, and it's easier to clean than if it were just a bare carpeted area. Now, the other thing as well is with the third row, you also get a small floor mat that is rubber. So love the fact that we have that protection when you want to go out and have some fun. Coming to you live from the third row. Yes, very rare do I get into other seats other than the third row, but I need to make sure you guys know there is a ton of space in this third row. It's an actual usable third row. And this is, so I'm at 5'6", 5'7", and this is how much space I have. And I'm sitting nice and comfortably. And the seat, this seat is all the way back. It's literally, yeah, it's all the way back. So if we were to tell someone move forward, you have a significant amount of space available. So yeah, look, that's insane. And I am super comfortable back here. It's just incredible. Love the amount of space. So everyone is gonna feel nice and comfortable. And again, you can bring that seat up. And the crazy thing as well is we have like 2 cup holders for everyone. Almost everyone gets 2 cup holders, which is, yeah, it's crazy. Oh yeah, and you have USB-C charging back here. It almost makes me want to be in the third row and tell someone, yeah, just drive for me. Let's take a look at the Trail Watch camera system, which, like I said, Honda, this needs to trickle down to the other vehicles because it is just that incredible. And one of the best things about it is how you activate it. Yeah, it's literally just on the stock for the windshield wipers. Literally just a matter of pressing that button, which you'll see will activate the camera. And when I press it again, it's gonna switch over to the other view. So let's start with the first view, and we have the front camera that we can see there and the 360 on the side there. And obviously when you turn the wheel, it's going to show you your path, which is great, you know, kind of standard thing. And obviously if you do that, it's just going to give you a wider or bigger use of the screen, which you can also switch over to, yes, the wheel cam. The wheel cam, because you want to make sure that when you are going on these trails, and if there's a tricky situation, you can do this as a one-man team. Yeah, because you have eyes literally on the road there for you, along with the 360. So love that. And again, we can just kind of make it a little bit bigger so we can make the most out of that there. And obviously I'm going to hit reverse, and in reverse we get the rear camera as well. So this is my plea to Honda to please make this camera system available to all your trail sport or even just your regular SUVs and CUVs, because I think it's just a great system. And I think the biggest thing that I love about it is the easy accessibility to it. Just that little button right there. We put all those things together and we get an exceptional SUV. This thing is a blast. When I saw it on that list of vehicles I'm going to be driving, I was excited to get this again, because after that 3,000 mile trip, and again, it was just on roads, you know, maybe weren't the best paved like I'm kind of experiencing now, and it just absorbs them, especially with this TrailSport suspension that's just nice and soft and just, yeah, that's kind of the feel that I get, because it just absorbs everything so well. But when I figured, wow, I'm gonna get it again, and I'm gonna get to drive it in areas that I know and fun places that I know, and that's kind of what we did with this, which is why it was so dirty. And we're gonna do it again to get this in-car footage. But it's just exceptional, just everything, the comfort, the quality, the tech, the space, the everything, really. Because again, you don't have to take this out on those back roads, on those unpaved roads, on, you know, trails, things like that. You could just use this for everyday driving, and it's great. If you want to though and have fun, all you need to do is just find the perfect road for you, put it in the right drive mode. So in this case, I'm going to do trail, and then just go. Yeah, that V6 is so good. It sounds really, really nice. The other thing is we have the suspension again. It's just absorbing the road. The IVTM is just so good at getting the power down. It's such an active system to make sure that when you're making a turn, that the outside wheels are getting the power distributed to them, and the inside wheels are sometimes what looks like, according to their thing, is set to basically zero power, which is kind of what you want when you want to, you know, go around a corner and make sure that it rotates and you don't understeer. But don't worry, you won't oversteer either, because again, just all the safety things that are built into this, it's just really, really good. But the other thing is, you kind of don't need them in the sense of the steering is predictable. You're able to feel kind of what's going on. You're able to, you know, very old school, like just kind of get the power down and counter steer into it. It's just that damn good. And man, I just wish, it's just Honda Civic, please. Put it on the Honda Civic, because that would be awesome. Yeah, I keep asking that, and I asked that in my other video, but it's just really, really great system. And again, I can just kind of cruise, and man, this road is really bumpy, but we're not feeling it. It's just gliding over it, but not in the like, whoa, we're gliding over it. No, we're just, it's taking in the terrain, and it's just not transferring it to us in an uncomfortable way. So I still feel kind of what the wheel is doing, what those, you know, when we have traction, when we have to counter steer, all that stuff, it's still translating over, which is good. That's kind of what you want in a vehicle like this. It's so much fun to drive this. And I think the craziest thing about this is that when we were driving to get the drone shots for this, it started to rain, but it started to, yeah, everything is bigger in Texas, though that cloud, because it was literally only like one cloud, was just pouring down on us. And my wife felt safe because she knew we were in this. I felt safe because I knew I was in this and driving this. And my kiddo was just enjoying his time. And that's the crazy thing about it, because I think if I were in another vehicle that wasn't as capable, I'd probably be a little concerned, because, you know, we have this unpaved road, we have that can get muddy, we have kind of this clay that's just horrible when it gets wet. So the fact that we were in this, we had that experience, and we were laughing, we were having a blast, we were enjoying ourselves, is really a testament to what this Honda Pilot is capable of. I felt safe, which is kind of the important thing. Yeah, you can have fun on trails, things like that, but what's more important is making sure you make it home safe and make it home, you make it home safely with your family members, because they get to share it with you. But it's just a blast. Yeah. So this is kind of the muddy area here, and it's just tackling this with no problem. And those tires are just so good at moving, clearing the area out to make sure we get a nice good amount of grip. But it's just exceptional. This thing has been a blast to drive. Yeah. Can you tell I love this thing? Because I really, really do. Well, guys, I hope you've enjoyed my review of the 2025 Honda Pilot TrailSport. And remember, find the right trail, because you're gonna wanna have some fun in this. See ya.